All right, we live. Scuba is not in the picture, but we live.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Evening.
Salute.
You already
What's-
know what it is.
Good evening.
That Thursday
Hey.
show
These represented with the shirt, man. Look at that.
going on sale soon.
Yes.
You know, the funny part is we're pointing places that probably ain't even going
That
to
don't
make
make
sense in
sense.
the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that he's got the fresh gear for the TTS show, baby.
Yeah, man.
So he would actually be over here for me because you guys have
I'm not.
this.
I'm actually over.
You're
here,
the-
over there.
You're
my-
the left.
Yeah, I'm all the way left. Yeah.
You're left because you're
So
the left. You're
he's
the left
center.
leaner. I'm
So
a
his
right
shirt
leaner.
The shirt
He
is
is
over
in the
here.
middle,
Shirt right
Okay.
there.
as always. Can't ever take a position on anything
Mm.
unless it's naked time.
Got to be in the middle.
So I got the shirt, little prototype, right?
I like it, man. It came
we're
out
gonna
hot.
spice it up a little bit, but I was thinking just now, as we get sponsors,
Yeah.
we could put them on our shirts,
Hey, that's
like
actually a good
NASCAR,
idea.
son.
We'll have NASCAR Central 28.
Man, we got like
Like
five fucking
NASCAR,
people.
dog. But I'm saying though, we're gonna build.
We got five
We
people
building.
watching this
We
bullshit.
building.
You got to
We
start
building.
somewhere, man.
We're gonna build, and then as we get the IPAs, probably guys, y'all drink
know,
all the IPAs, dog.
You know what's
Mm-hmm.
funny though that I didn't realize, and granted, we are obviously not a Joe Rogan type podcast, but he was getting a lot of publicity this past week for his take and stance and Spotify and all that stuff about
Mhm.
Neil Young. If you guys aren't familiar with Neil
Yeah, I
Young,
saw that.
giving like Spotify almost an ultimatum, like, "Hey, if you don't yank this guy, you're yanking my music." And they
Mhm.
fucking were like, "All right, we'll yank your music."
Yeah.
We just paid this guy $100 million or whatever the fuck it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
to do his podcast. I'd do the same. And then too, at the same time, it's funny because it's so much of censorship that's what that, certain things that guy used to sing about when he'd write songs was
Right.
about freedoms and all this shit. And right now he's trying to oppress that shit, man.
Right,
Fuck you,
right.
Neil Young, you
He's-
fucking
he-
old
he's-
fuck.
He's turned into somebody that he was singing against, right? So now it's almost like freedom of speech as long as you agree with
Right.
how I see things. If you don't, then I'm
Exactly.
gonna,
Exactly.
call you out, which is where's the
Neil
freedom
Young,
in
here's
that?
what I agree with. You got a few good songs that I actually like. A lot of people actually like it. Outside of that, you're old and you suck.
Maybe that's it. They just get old and crotchety. But I saw a response from Joe Rogan where he said something along the lines of like, yeah, I know this caused a stir. And the only thing I'm gonna say is not necessarily apologize for like his content, but really just come at it from an angle of saying maybe I can do a better job at having different angles on my show. As in, if I say, just for instance, something against like vaccines or COVID, maybe I can have somebody on the panel or as a guest who will kind of like contradict me. And then that way every side will be represented. So I thought that
Right.
was a cool way
Yeah.
to go about it. Like not just say, hey, you know what, F you, but I'm going to try and bring somebody to maybe balance out the content. You know?
You're trying
We
to
don't-
you got to
bring
learn
Yeezy
from
on
this
the
stuff.
No?
We need to bring Yeezy on our show, yo.
Easy.
Yeah, we're gonna
boy.
yeah, son. We're gonna have
Yeezy.
we're gonna have Yeezy with
We're
his
gonna have
rebel
Yeezy on by the end of the year.
with the
Who
rebel
fuck is
jacket on.
Yeezy?
Y'all need to what? Y'all
Come on,
need to
man. He's-
subscribe, subscribe.
Kanye
We have
West?
Yeezy out here.
Yeah. If we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get you. Man.
1,000 likes, we can have Yeezy over here.
I'm sorry, man. I don't know if I'm too white, but I don't know who the fuck Yeezy is.
Kanye West, man.
That's what I just said, and you just said.
Oh,
fuck,
no,
like,
because I didn't hear you because I was laughing my ass off. My bad.
Like the shoes, man, the Yeezys,
give me
man.
some
Yeezy.
credit, man. Yeezy,
know,
I get that
Yeezy.
shit, man.
All right.
Hey, are those ugly? The Yeezys? I don't
They
think I've
ugly in
seen
the
them.
mug.
Ugly as a motherfucker. At
Are they really?
$300
Oh,
Yeah, this
man.
is sorry, Yeezy, but
$300
they
a pop or
trash
some
looking.
shit,
Like.
isn't it?
I'm gonna have to.
400. How much
Yeezy
are
not
those
coming.
shoes?
He not gonna come
Yeah.
with after I say the shoes was trash.
They're expensive. I'm
How much are they?
I don't know, like
Like
$300.
$800 or something.
Are they really?
Oh
They're
shit!
like expensive.
Let me
dog.
see. Let me hold on. Let me pull that up.
You know,
I'm gonna
what's
put it on
funny?
the screen.
So last night, O-Dog comes to me and he's like, "Dad, so these shoes are about to drop tomorrow morning at 10 a.m." And I was like,
Dang.
Dang, with the Jordans.
"Yeah, there were some Jordan retros. But he says they're normally $300 and
Mhm.
they're going for $100.
Mm.
So of
That's
course
not bad.
last night I'm playing it like, I tell you, what are you gonna do for me to buy you these shoes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy them for you, just to buy them for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he ever actually gave me a real valid answer, but of course at 10:05 this morning I'm on the fucking app and
Hell
trying to
yeah.
get those shits. The
Hell
funny
yeah.
part was I tried and I couldn't like they were like, yo, we need to verify your phone number. I'm like trying to verify my phone number and the shit it wasn't coming through, or it said it had
Huh.
fucking server problems. Next thing I know, the fucking shoes are sold out. I was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Yo, so the
This
Yeezys,
is like
I
a
mean,
legit thing. Like, I mean, dude, I get being a sneakerhead. I fucking love shoes. I have
Mhm.
fucking tons of shoes. Right now, I'm on like a slump because nobody's been making shoes that I've really liked. So, and when I find some I like, I buy the shit out of them. Different
Right.
colors, all that kind of shit. But
well, D's a sneakerhead too, yo. D got a bunch of pairs.
Yeah, I
and
got a
shit.
bunch of sneakers.
But see, I'm the type of dude that I'm not the sneakerhead that keeps shoe, like gets a shoe, wears it every once in a while, and then puts it in a box.
Oh
and
yeah,
waits
that's what
to
I
wear
do.
it.
Yeah,
I don't do that shit.
I got shoes I wore sneakers I wore twice. No.
No. And so I've had some of those, but ultimately I end up getting rid of them because I end up having too many goddamn shoes to put in my
Yeah.
closet. I mean, dude, I can only have like 20 pairs or something before all of a sudden I got shit all over my floor.
Right.
And nobody likes shit all over their floor. I mean,
Yo, is it with O-Dog, your son? Is that have you gotten to the point where he can wear your shoes, your size, or not yet?
dude, he wears a size 10. No, he's just under me, but he told me the other day, like he's sporting, like he went from a 9 to a 9.5 to a 10 in like, dude, I'm telling you, probably about 4 months. And
Yeah,
I was like, dude, you're
it's
in
crazy.
8th grade. You wear a 10?
Mhm.
I was like,
check it out. And my aunt's probably gonna be like, stop playing this shit. But when I was in high school,
Yeah.
like I had like regular sneakers or whatever. But my uncle, he had like the Jordans and everything.
Oh,
But he wore like a 9. Yo, I used to get up and wait for him to go to work and put his shoes on to go to school, but my foot was bigger than his.
oh shit.
So you're cramped up. You're like,
I used to squeeze into them Jordans, dog. Squeeze into them Jordans, wear them Jordans all day, play basketball in the everything. Carry, get home, take them off, put them back in the closet. Yeah.
That's so. He looked like, what's this gravel under my on my soles, man? What the hell's going on?
But
that's funny you say that.
Squeeze that foot in there though.
That's funny you say that. So like when I was in I'm trying to think. This may have been like 9th grade. So this is 1991, I want to say. A buddy of mine like always had fucking new shoes, dude. And like I was a dude that like my parents weren't buying me shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and I had it because they didn't buy me shit. I went out and got a job so I could buy my own shit, but I still couldn't have that much shit because I didn't make that much money. But I had enough to like buy skateboard decks or whatever, certain things that I wanted or needed. Sometimes I bought shoes, but like he would go through shoes, like he'd get a pair of shoes and then fucking 2 or 3 weeks later he'd have another pair of shoes.
Right.
I'd be like, fuck, dude, these are shoes. You ain't even fucked these things up yet.
Right.
Well, it used to be the same shit, man. So I ended up getting like shoes from him. He wore like, I think at the time I was wearing a 9.5 or a 10. No, I think I was wearing a 10 in 9th grade and he was a 9. And I used to score his shoes off of him.
Yeah.
And I would, dude, and I can basically ball my foot up into a fist because of it. Dude, and the funny part is, like, I used to go skateboard with my feet like that.
Right.
Oh,
so,
man.
like, they would be jammed in these shoes, and dude, and I would go like doing tricks downstairs or whatever the fuck, like a staircase or some shit. And dude, sometimes I'd land and be like, "Fuck, that hurt."
Yeah, we both had monkey feet like a
Yeah, dude, I got monkey foot like a motherfucker. I'll punch you with my fucking fist in my foot. I'm telling you, it's not funny. Like I really regret doing that though. Like
yeah, me too. I definitely do. Yeah, But
and
I
like
mean,
today I'm always like
bought me some Jordans like a bit.
I think I'm getting extra. I think I'm gonna get half size bigger just so I make sure I have that extra space.
No more monkey foot.
No monkey foot, man. No monkey foot for me.
That's
But yeah,
funny,
he was trying to score some Jordan retros. They were like $300 normally. They come out today. They're 100. They were sold out in like less than half an hour. And I'm sitting there like a damn fool for 25 minutes trying to score these bitches. Couldn't get them. Couldn't.
Yeah.
What's crazy
all because
is,
it wouldn't accept my phone number.
What's crazy is Jordan has recycled his retros like at least 3 times.
Oh, dude, it doesn't even
at least
matter.
3 times he's recycled them. You know what I mean? It's the same shoe.
Like, I don't know what
but
the
it costs more though.
What's different from one to the other? They all look the same to me.
They're all the same. But like I remember the first Jordans that came out, and I wasn't able to get them. But then in my 20s, they came out again. And then in my 30s to late 30s, they came out again, the exact same shoe. He released them again. You know what I'm saying? But it went from like $80 to $200 to $300. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, dog. Like, it's not even a new shoe.
Right.
Hey, put a bubble
smart.
in it.
Yeah. Do something.
Show you. Let me see if I can show you these shoes that I was looking at for myself because I was like, "Damn, for Jordans, these are."
But like, I mean, the kids are buying them, and like the older cats is buying them.
Right.
Old cats is buying like, the new Jordans come out like for real because they're not new.
Right. That's smart because if you think about it, the new kids will get them because it's their Jordans, right?
Right.
And then the old heads will get it because they're like, yo, that was new when I was coming up, but I couldn't afford them. But now that I make money because I'm older, now I'm going to buy them. So that's a smart way to get all the demographic, get everybody, young and
But to raise the price up though, to like 3 times the price, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. Like he's like, yo, these are normally $300. I was like, $300 for those fucking things?
I wouldn't pay $300 for no type of shoes, dog. No.
Yo, so the Yeezys that you guys were talking about, I just looked them up. They go from like $220 till 500 and something, almost $800. I've seen like that whole, depending on like which ones you get, it's insane, man. It's like damn near $1,000 for a pair of shoes, man. Get out of
here. So,
you guys ever seen Naked Gun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course. That Nielsen something guy, right?
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching this, and I haven't watched this probably since I was a teenager, and it was on the other last night. And there's a scene. It's mostly not funny actually these days. I found it more funny back then. But there's this one scene where Lieutenant Drebin he gets fired from the department. And then, but he shows back up at this like fundraiser or some shit because he's thinking that this dude's going to try to kill the Queen of England. And so he's like, okay, well, we're going to go on the security detail at the door. So they go to the door, him and his buffoon, like the white guy of his buddies. Cause the other guy was OJ.
Yeah.
Right?
OJ Simpson. Yeah.
Nordberg. But he was fucked up from assassination attempt or some shit. Anyway, so in the scene, the 2 dudes are standing and they're starting to fucking like a husband and wife come in, like, these couple of fancy white people, and like he starts metal detecting the lady, right? And she's like, oh, like he's like fucking like all up in her crotch area and all kinds of weird shit, right? Well, then they get to the husband, and now he's frisking him. He's frisking the husband, so he's like going up his sides. Well, then he goes into where he's wearing a jacket, and he sticks his hands into where his jacket would be, and reaches into the jacket of the guy behind him. That's his partner. And grabs his gun and pulls it out. And he's like, oh, yeah? Well, what's this?
So it wasn't the guy. It was the guy behind him?
Yeah, it was the guy behind him, which was fucking great. And then reaches into his other pocket and pulls his wallet out. And he's like, you wouldn't believe he's got a picture of your wife. And the guy's like, shows it to him. He's like, huh? Punches the guy like, just, I don't know. You'd have
It's
to
classic,
watch it.
yo. It's classic.
Yeah.
It was actually like I watched it twice. It was that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
But the way they did it
When I
was so
explain it,
smooth,
sucks.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
When the way they did it was so
lesson
smooth,
learned.
like they would just go grab it, and it was just I don't know. I want to say it was all in one take, but that was the vibe. It was just like they were all deadpan, no laughing,
Yeah.
right? They were all
Yeah.
serious, and you were dying when you were
Right.
watching. I just don't know how they could do that shit, man.
Tammy was watching a little bit of it, and it's the scene when Lisa Marie Presley, and they're like having like their, if you will, their naked scene, and they have. She's like, I practice safe sex, and they give him 2 body condoms.
Right.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Tammy's like, what in the fuck? I was like, have you never seen this?
Yeah. Is that the one where he has a tuxedo and he just rips it off in half?
Yes.
He's ready.
Literally, he pulls one side and the whole thing just goes splits right in half.
Yeah, it's
like
classic.
I'm ready. Yeah,
That was a fucking. I still think it's still pretty funny. And
I love
the
those
whole,
those type of movies, yo.
Yeah.
It's just funny, yo. It's just the
just
whole thing.
stupid, dumb shit,
Yeah,
and
it's
just
hilarious.
But yeah, just a fucking great flick. Anyway,
It is.
off
good.
topic. Go.
The little tangent there.
We're not recording. We're not recording.
We're not recording. Yeah,
We're live.
just
We're
play
live.
cool.
Dude, it's fucking
crazy.
crazy, man. And so the funny part is, I tried to score some Jordans from some website recently, and they were like some cool ass looking Jordans, and it ended up getting fucking like hacked by some fucking Chinese motherfucker. Try to take my $90 because the shit processed, everything looked straight. Then all of a sudden I get on it was on, when I do any of that shit, I do that shit like through PayPal or whatever. And so it comes back, it's like Chai Chen, and I was like, who the fuck is Chai Chen? I didn't buy no shit from Chai Chen.
Yo, I love Chinese people, but they steal everything, though. They can duplicate anything, yo. They duplicate anything.
Just like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like $20. Like from
That's
where?
funny. Like I had to buy some shit. From some like tool stuff, and they like had like the legit version, which was 200 and something,
and then the Chinese version.
And then the like Chinese version was like $80. I was like, and I looked at it, I was like, is this fucking for real? Like, does somebody actually make the same thing, but just not the brand or the color of the I mean,
I don't know, man. That's kind of tricky, man.
My boy's gonna be a little bummed though, because I mean, I tried, man. I literally tried for 25 minutes. I felt like a fucking idiot trying to get shoes for fucking 25 minutes. Like
it gets expensive, yo.
Like I was just like, dude, I get it. He's like, dude, they're normally $300. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe I'll feel good in the morning. I'll fucking score you some. And I couldn't get it. Couldn't fucking get it. The shit said sold out. I was like, God damn you motherfuckers. I was trying to get this shit for the last 25 minutes.
Yo, and now more than ever,
assholes.
I know we're joking, but now more than ever, whenever, especially with shoes, there's all kinds of sites that will take you like to a side site. And it's like, oh, you can buy the same pair for, it's like, $150 here, but you can buy it here for $79.99. You're like, wait a minute. And it makes you think. And then you go, the next thing you know, you get hacked. So you got to watch out because there's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of sites that are
and that's the
shady.
thing, like, dude, I don't like fakes. Like, what the fuck with fakes, man? Like, I don't get that shit. Oh, here they are. These are the joints right here. If you can, I don't know if you can see these.
Oh yeah. What are those? They're Nike?
Those are Jordans.
Oh, the Jordans. Okay.
But they remind me of these. You guys remember? Do you guys ever remember a shoe that was like an Andre Agassi shoe?
Yeah. That's what remind me like a tennis shoe or something.
Yeah, like this is like it kind of reminds me of the Andre Agassi, like a mid-top. It was a tennis shoe, like it was for tennis, right? This kind of style, and I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to like these, but they just look fucking cool. And they're $80. We literally like the cheapest fucking shoe.
Oh yeah, you can't beat
for
that.
Being a Jordan, $80.
Yeah. That's true. You don't find any Jordans for $80.
I mean, I bought another pair of Jordans that I fucking hate. I got them, thought they looked cool, got them, and I was like, these shoes
I did. I bought a pair of Jordans, and I was like, I'll never wear these.
Dude, and they're probably the first pair of Jordans I've ever owned. I don't think I ever bought Jordans.
I've
back
only
in the
bought
day.
one pair of Jordans, and I ain't like them.
I don't think I ever bought And I think it was because they were always expensive. Like I never scored it.
The ones that I think look cool are the classic. They're like black and red. The old school joints.
Mm-hmm.
Those, I think they're like mid tops or high tops. Those look cool to me, but I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Jordans, to be honest. Like I
don't want
just never. Yeah,
I gave
never
them
bought
away.
them. Did you really?
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I normally, so that's what I do. So instead of being the type of dude that takes the shoes that you either have used somewhat or rarely, I don't throw them in a box and save them for a fucking rainy day. I get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I get something. I get something updated and you know, but like I said, like the fucking pickings has been pretty slim. Like I'm pretty picky when it comes to shoes. I like simple shoes in simple colorways, but like it's funny, there's not a lot of those.
Yeah, simple. I've always been attracted to just the simple. Like, you know how you see some kids will have these like neon like arrows, and then it's like the orange, and it's just like super loud and just complex. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I'm like mostly, and if you guys ever notice, most of my shoes they're black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
I'm a black one, and hence those Jordans. They're white. They're. I would consider those white with black, only because the white will be predominantly visible if I'm wearing pants. Right. So like any other shoe I own is typically black with white because it's predominantly black with a white sole or white accents of some sort. Sometimes gray, like a dark gray. I fucking love shoes, man.
Yeah, shoes is where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Well, we got a minute before we hit the break, but I got a question for y'all that like kind of relates to the shoes thing.
Right.
So have you guys seen that the show? I think it's called one of them's called like Naked and Afraid. There's another one that's just the other one's just called Alone. Like basically they just drop you on an island, right? Or somewhere remote, and then they say like you gotta last 7 days and you just kind of do your own thing, right?
Right.
So if you were, some of the shows will allow you to like bring 3 items. They're like, I brought like a lighter and you know this and that. Well, my question is this, relating to the shoes. If you get dropped on an island and they say you can only pick 1 item to bring with you, a pair of shoes, a pair of shorts, or a t-shirt. Otherwise, you're butt-ass naked on this island. What do you pick?
I'm making shoes, bitch.
Fuck yeah.
Picking the shoes?
I'm picking shoes.
I'm butt-ass naked with shoes on.
Hell yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you're walking in, man.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy because, like, you're alone. So what do you care if you're butt ass naked? But you gotta protect your feet, though, right?
Right.
So
I'm getting
hands
shoes,
down,
dog.
definitely shoes.
Yeah, and then if the sand is hot or you got rocks, like I've seen some people
are just hot, like, you gotta walk on hot coals. I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever it
they
is.
got insects. I don't know, but that makes sense. But then you're butt ass naked though.
Wait, insects? No, shoes ain't doing nothing for you when it comes to insects.
But I mean, but I mean, once you get out there, if you have shoes on, you can always get something to cover whatever you need to cover. You know
like a palm frond or something. Make yourself something.
Yeah,
but you can do that for shoes too, though. No.
Nah, hell nah.
Yeah, you can.
In D's case, one of those little those elephant ears. That would be some shit Andolph would say. I would need the elephant ear to cover my junk.
I definitely do choose.
You probably do, because just to be able to get around. Because if you got to build a shelter, you don't want to worry about rocks or nothing. You just walk around, you know.
Right.
So that makes sense. Yeah.
Me and E, we're good with like maple leaves or some shit.
You get the little.
He needs the elephant ear to cover his junk up.
You get the 3-leaf clover, Scoop. You're good.
Exactly, man. 2 for the boys and 1 for the middle, bro.
Hey, with that, we're gonna go to break and then we got random questions coming up, man.
Let's do it.
Hey D.
Yo, we live.
We live. Okay, I'm back.
No, we're not live yet, but go ahead.
Who sings that However Do You Want Me? However Do You Need Me? Who sings that song?
Oh, I just looked that up because I was gonna make a beat off of that joint.
It's like Back to Life, Back to Reality.
Yeah, back to life.
Yeah, but who's the group?
Back to life.
Yeah, that one.
Back to reality.
God damn, I can't think right now.
Back to
Damn,
reality.
You need to be.
That's the only line I can tell you from that song.
I don't know, man. It's stuck in my head, but maybe were they just like a one-hit wonder? Maybe they just, or were they known?
They had a few songs.
They did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know, but I'll tell you real quick.
All them joints sound the same though.
You guys ever?